Hi, I'm Kim with KK Cruising, and my daughter Karli is filming. Say hi, Karli.
Hi.
We love to travel, and we've been on numerous vacations, but we really especially love to cruise. So we started this channel, KK Cruising, so that we can give some tips and some reviews about cruising and planning cruises and so forth. So today our video is how to save money on a cruise. Most people are interested in saving money, so we thought that would be a valuable thing. And this is across all cruise lines. So obviously, you know, some are a little bit different, but these tips, tricks, and hacks will help you no matter which cruise line that you decide to book on. So our number one tip is book a guaranteed room. We actually are just doing that on one coming up, and it is substantial savings. I'm talking about half price sometimes savings or even more. So different cruise lines do it different. Disney, for example, if you book a guaranteed room, you have to pay the full cruise amount up front. So you most of the time you pay a deposit, and then you have a day that it has to be paid off. When you book guaranteed with certain cruise lines, you have to pay that up front. But all the cruise lines will offer at least an option where they select the room for you. So if you're okay with not being able to plan ahead of time where on the ship you'll be and what deck you'll be on, and you let the cruise line select the room for you, that is usually a substantial savings, okay? Again, that's not for everyone. If you're planning with multiple family members or friends and you want to all be together, that might not work for you. But if it does, that will offer you substantial savings. Number two, which kind of goes with that, if you're looking to save money, book an inside cabin. There are generally three different types of cabins on cruise ships, which are the inside cabins, the ocean view cabins, and veranda or balcony cabins. The veranda, balcony, and of course, anything above that, suites, are going to be the most expensive. Most rooms on a cruise ship are the balconies, so there's less inside rooms. So you want to book those as soon as you can. You get all the same amenities as you do no matter what cabin that you book. Generally, you're only in the cabin to change clothes and sleep. So in our opinion, it is the absolute best value for your money. Occasionally we have booked verandas or balconies if there is very little price difference, because occasionally a cruise line will be running a special and there won't be very much price difference. But if there is, and generally it's always best to go with the inside stateroom. Also, there is in our opinion, ocean view, which is, you know, literally there's a window and you can see outside. If you're someone that feels like they have to see outside, for us it is not worth the price difference, because again, the inside room is going to be cheaper. Another thing about the inside rooms is that you can, because you're not having light from the outside, the other rooms are going to have lights from the outside of the ship and from the moonlight, and so it's really hard to get it completely dark in there. Inside rooms, you can have those pitch black. So if that's what you need to sleep, you need an inside room. Also, on the flip of that, if you do want some light in there, you can keep your TV on, you can have the bathroom light on with the door cracked. So even the inside room is very flexible. If you want no light, if you want a little bit of light, if you want a lot of light, it's up to you. Tip number 3, avoid specialty dining. On every cruise ship across every line, they're going to have some options that are above and beyond what you've already paid. Resist it. Including in your cruise fare, you get fantastic food. On all the cruise lines, all their main dining rooms included in your cruise fare. There's going to be a buffet included on your cruise fare. There's going to be multiple casual dining options included in your cruise fare. And most cruise lines, room service is also included. I mean, phenomenal and unlimited food. One thing you're not going to be short on any cruise that you go on, no matter what the cruise line, is delicious food. So there's really no need to pay extra for really good food when you're already getting really good food. Now, I can understand that sometimes if people are having a special occasion, something, they might want to do that. But again, we're talking about how to save money. And in our opinion, you don't need to ever do that extra amount on specialty dining because the food is already phenomenal and it's already included in your cruise fare. Number 4, drink packages. So you have an alcohol drink package and non-alcohol drink package. So a lot of people think they're going to save money with the alcohol package if they buy that. And you may, but most of the time you don't. Depending on if you want to drink if you are planning on drinking 10 plus drinks a day, then you will probably save money with that. If not, you probably won't. Again, depending on the cruise line, they're all in the same ballpark of about $59.99, $60 plus 18 to 20% gratuity per person per day of your cruise. And it just, you know, there's so many specials that they offer. Like, for example, when you first get on, a lot of times they'll have drink specials. Every day they have a drink of the day that's usually like $5, $6. And also on certain days they have like 2-for-1 drink specials. So if you're just thinking, I want to have a drink here and there, I think usually you're better off. Also, you're allowed to bring on one. Again, this varies from cruise line to cruise line, but generally it's either one bottle of wine per adult in the group or a 12-pack, and that's per person. So between that and the drink specials, that you usually save money by doing that rather than buying, because also everyone 21 and up, if one person does the drink package, every person in the cabin has to do that. So that's something to consider. If that's what your plan is, then some people can save money doing that. Another thing to consider is soda packages. Disney includes soda in their cruises. Most do not. Most cruise lines include coffee, tea, lemonade, milk, juices in the morning. So if you were wanting soda, most of them offer a package that is anywhere from $5 to $12 a day, that's gratuity, per person in their cabin. Now, we'll say this with that. Again, every cruise line allows you to bring at least one 12-pack of soda on board. So for most people, if you bring the 12-pack on, then you supplement that with what you're allowed to have: lemonade, teas, sodas. Then you can save money by doing that. I will tell you, we went on a Carnival cruise, and we love Carnival, but they have, is it bubbles? Unlimited bubbles?
Bottomless bubbles.
Bottomless bubbles. And the problem that we had with that is that you have to go to the bar to get your soda, and it's just, it really wasn't worth it. You had to wait in line, and we liked better just bringing a 12-pack on board and then drinking lemonade and tea the rest of the time. Some of the other cruise lines have like the Coke Freestyle, so that's a little bit, to me, more worth it, that you get a tumbler that you can bring home with you, and then you can just go up there and refill it every time that you want. So it depends on your family, you know, how much soda you drink, or drinks that you drink, and also you're going to factor in that is per person per day. So if you just want to save money, one 12-pack per person, and then what they have on there is going to save you a lot of money. Tip number 5, pay for the extras in advance. The good thing about a cruise is it's all inclusive. So it really helps if you pay for your excursions, if you're going to do a drink package, Wi-Fi, anything like that. If you do it before you get on the ship, you're going to save 10 to 20% then once you get on and then book it. And another thing is that helps you budget, so that when you get on, you know everything that I absolutely need is already paid for. So that is another tip. Tip number 6, you don't have to do an excursion. A lot of people think, okay, this trip goes to Cozumel, or it goes to Progreso, or it goes to Grand Cayman, but the bulk of your time is going to be on the ship. You don't need to do an excursion. Most of the time, whenever the ship's going to port, when you step off, there are tons of shops and restaurants and all kinds of things just right within walking distance of the ship. And also there's beaches that you can get to by a very quick and inexpensive taxi ride to there. So that is a lot cheaper than if you book the excursion through the cruise line. So there's several times we have gone and just gone off, walked around, and then came back. Also, if you're wanting to save money, obviously eat breakfast before you get off the ship. Then you can go walk around and then come back on and have your lunch. And then if you want to go back, that you can. That way you're not paying for the food while you're in port, because your food is covered as long as you're on the ship. But I mean, you can enjoy the local shops, the beaches, museums. We have an Alaskan cruise planned for June, and while we're in, is it Ketchikan?
In Ketchikan, yes.
In Ketchikan, we're doing a totem pole museum for $2 a person. And that's our excursion for that day. So you don't have to just go all out on excursions. And in fact, you don't have to do any. A tip, if you stay on the ship while you're in port, most of the people are off. So you basically have the run of the ship yourself. You want to swim, be in the hot tub, just enjoy the onboard amenities with very, very, very light crowds. That's the time to do it, especially if maybe it's a port that you've been in before and you're not interested. Sometimes we just go off, walk around, and then come right back on. Tip number 7, look for offers. What you're going to want to do is any cruise line that you are interested in possibly sailing in, go to their website, sign up with your email. Most cruise lines, you don't even have to have cruised to become a member of their program. You can sign up online, and they're going to start getting emails from them that have their offers. Okay, be on the lookout for reduced deposit deals. We recently got a really good deal on our Princess Alaskan cruise for June. $2 deposit. Yes, you heard that right. $2 deposit. Now, that doesn't happen very often, but I have seen $50 per person or $100 per person reduced deposits. That's fairly common. You can be on the lookout for that. Sometimes they offer free onboard credit. Again, same deal. We got a excursion for every person in our party, $100 excursion covered.
In Juneau on the Discovery Princess. That's going to be so
yes,
cool.
So we're very, very, very much looking for that. Also, you'll want to check the deals directly with the cruise lines themselves and with travel agents. Sometimes you can get a better deal with one or the other. Sometimes travel agents, you can get like onboard credit, stuff like that. Sometimes you get the better deal booking directly with the cruise line. And so you definitely want to do your homework as to where you can get the better deal. Oh, another thing, Disney doesn't have casinos on their ships. Most other cruise lines do. Even if you are not a gambler, what you want to do is put $1, $5, some little amount into a machine, a slot machine, and the casino. That is going to put you in the system and there as like a player's member, and you're going to get really good offers. Karli is actually going on a cruise later this month, leaving on Halloween. $60. Yes, a $60 cruise, and she was able to get that as returning member, and she got that offer from being a player, having played the machines before. So it is, sometimes you can get some really, really, really phenomenal deals. So even if you're not a gambler, it really pays to go in there and play one time so that you're able to get those offers. Tip number 8, don't be afraid of older ships. Sometimes, obviously, all the cruise lines have their newer ones and their older ones. If it is still in service, it is still the good ship. We have been on a ship that's more than 20 years old and just been blown away by it. So usually when they come out with the newer ships, and there's nothing, obviously they're really good and they have all the new bells and whistles and stuff, but generally speaking, you can get the better deals on their older ships because people are wanting to book the newer one, and you can just get a better deal on their older ships. Number 9, find the port that's closest to you and save money on plane tickets. So if you're lucky enough to live somewhere that you can drive to a port, obviously that's going to save you money there. And tip number 10, once you're on the ship, if you like us, fall in love with it and can't wait to cruise again, book your next cruise on board. You will save, and you don't have to, here's the thing, because a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't know when I can take off, I'm not sure. You can just book up, it's called a placeholder cruise. So you do not have to know the specific date, the specific anything. And you're able to do that. You're able to get a reduced deposit when you do that. And you save, again, it varies from cruise line to cruise line, but 10 to 15% on your future cruise. So if you think I am definitely going to do this again, it benefits you to book that while you're online, on board. So those are just a few of our tips, tricks, and hacks that we've thought of. Please leave some in the comments. Thank you for watching, and comment on some of your favorite cruise hacks. We'd love to hear back. We'd love to hear that from you. I want to give a big shout out to Derek, my student, who made sure that we made this video, and we will be back soon with another video. Until then, keep cruising.